Tim Troutner from the Redwoods Lacrosse Club, goalie, graduated college in 2019 from High Point University, going into year 4 of the PLL. First lacrosse memory would be starting playing when I was 5. I used one of my dad's old sticks and it was illegal. I remember trying to throw a pass and it never could come out. So I would always just run through a bunch of people and try to shoot it and it would never come out. Pretty embarrassing. I switched fully over to goalie around 7th grade, 6th grade. I started 3rd or 4th grade, I'd play up. I played for my cousin's team. So at AYLA in Annapolis, and I would always play goalie. And I always had the green light. I was a little fast little goalie. I'd always loved running over. And then 6th, 7th grade hit, and then I kind of realized I didn't like running too much, so I stuck with goalie. All right, high school career, I attended St. Mary's Annapolis in MIA. I started my junior and senior year, and then my senior year won an MIA championship in 2015. Under Coach Ruby, who is the Atlas coach who I have to face this afternoon at ESPN at 5 o'clock. So I had a unique story for recruiting. I had no offers until my senior year. I ended up committing to High Point University on May 12th after my semifinal game. So recruiting was tough for me, but I always just stuck with the path and trust the process and ended up at High Point, and I love it ever since. Yeah, so I had an interesting draft story too. I was drafted number 2 overall in the MLL, and then in the 4th round of the PLL, and I had a decision to make. And I get a call from Kyle Harrison saying, Jack Kelly tore his ACL and it's between you and Gunnar Walt. You have a chance to start. So I went with the PLL and I earned a starting spot my first game in Gillette in 2019, actually going against the Atlas. And I had no idea I was going to start until 15 minutes before the game. Coach Nat came up to me and said, you get to start. So that was a little scary, but ended up playing pretty well and I've had a good career so far. The biggest thing I would say, the difference between college and PLL would be the speed and the shorter field. To me, it was actually pretty funny. My first year, I was kind of taken off guard by some of the shots guys would take. I didn't know if it was just you got to get a shot off quick, or it was an ego thing sometimes where guys were like, oh, I can shoot from 18 yards on the run, which in my opinion is an easy save for goalies. But then you just see the shot selection some guys can do is crazy. It's just, you're going to give up a lot of goals and it's fun to watch. Yeah, the biggest thing I always look at when giving up a goal is the position you play. You're going to give up a lot of goals, and it's been doing it your whole career. You got to be able to accept it and get on with the next one. So for me, the big process I like to do is just kind of laugh it off or smile, because you know you're going to get another opportunity to save the ball. So that's what I always look forward to towards the next shot. So my next shot is going to be the best save I ever have. So that's my mentality, the next one every single time. Impact just came, it's coming out 6'9", correct?
6'9", yeah.
Coming out. For me, my biggest thing that I'm noticing is the scooping ability personally. Just for me, I'm an active goalie, and for me, the durability of being able to scoop a ground ball and make saves is really impactful for me in my game. So the next thing I would say is the rebound control. I've given up the least amount of rebounds so far this training camp, so I'm excited to use it this year because that's kind of an issue with me sometimes, is giving up some rebounds. But this thing has been a vacuum for not giving up rebounds and ground balls. So, and then for me too, the next thing I would say, the outlets. For me, I've had a problem with consistent outlets, and for me now, I can throw consistently every single time I know where it's going. So I'm excited to get up and out this summer. Personal goals for me would be to win goalie of the year, but more importantly, to win a championship. We've fallen short 3 years in a row if it's to the semis or championship games. So we have one goal in mind, is to win a championship. Personal goals would be great, but I'd rather get a ring on my finger than anything. Roll Woods.